Hi students, I am Professor Awais Ahmed Hussaini, working as Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadra. In this video, we will discuss about the heat pump. So let us start with the definition of the heat pump. So students, keep in mind that particular heat pump is nothing but a mechanical or thermal device which is mainly used to heat the contaminant space as compared with the surrounding, and it is totally opposite with the concept of the air conditioner or that refrigerator. So that heat pump, what exactly that heat pump do? That heat pumps are designed to move the thermal energy opposite to the direction of the heat flow by absorbing heat from a cold space and release it to the warmer one. So this is the main function of that heat pump, and that particular heat pump works on that Clausius statement of the second law of thermodynamics. According to that Clausius statement of the second law of thermodynamics, it is impossible to construct a device like heat pump working in a cyclic process whose sole purpose is to transfer the energy from the lower temperature region to higher temperature region without add-on of external work input to that particular device. So the meaning is, for satisfactory operation of that particular heat pump, we must have to give work input to that device. Then and then only possible to transfer the heat from the lower temperature region to higher temperature region. So students, most important thing or differentiate between that refrigerator, or sometimes you can say it as air conditioner or that heat pump, is in case of the refrigerator or that air conditioner, the component used is same as that of the component used in case of the heat pump. So the first of all, we have to clear that particular concept of the component. So the components are same in both application, like that heat pump as well as for that refrigeration or that air conditioner, but only the arrangement of the component is different. So let us start with the application of that heat pump. So the heat pump is mainly used in industrial washing application, in commercial building application, in case of the milk processing unit, in case of the milk, also in case of the restaurants, in hotels, in health clubs, in hospitals, in schools. We need that heat pump for heating purpose. Sometimes we need to heat water as well as sometimes we need to heat the space. For that purpose we need that heat pump. So as far as that component are to be considered, the basic components used for that heat pump are: first is compressor, second one is condenser, third one is expansion valve, fourth one is evaporator, and fifth one is that refrigerant. So what exactly that compressor do? So the compressor is generally that reciprocating, sometimes hermetically sealed, semi-hermetically sealed, or that scroll type compressor or sometimes screw compressor are used for that heat pump. So the main function of that compressor is to increase the pressure and temperature of the vapor refrigerant. Second one is important one is that condenser. It acts as the heat exchanger. So the main function of that heat exchanger is to exchange the heat, and latent heat of condensation takes place. So the third component is that expansion valve. In case of the heat pump, automatic expansion valve or manually expansion valve is used to reduce the pressure and temperature of that refrigerant. So the next component is that evaporator. Evaporator is also one kind of the heat exchanger. It is mainly used to exchange the heat, and it allows the latent heat of absorption, and phase change takes place from that liquid to vapor. And last one is that refrigerant. The main function of the refrigerant is to absorb the energy and release that energy in some space. So this is the main important components of the heat pump. So heat pump benefits. So what are the different benefits of that heat pump? These are heat pumps used for heating application. So keep in mind that it is used for both purpose. Sometimes we need that cooling, then definitely that there is one important component, that is reversible valve. that reversible valve will convert that heating to cooling, or from and vice versa. So the first is heat pump used for heating. Second one, heat pump used for cooling, that is air conditioning purpose. Third one is heat pump controls the climate. Next is that heat pumps are convenient, heat pumps are safe, heat pumps are very energy efficient. So these are some important features of the heat pump. Now let us start with the exact working of the heat pump, how it works. So here you will get idea about the various components of the heat pump in detail. So the most important component of that heat pump is that compressor. Compressor used is generally that reciprocating, like that hermetical, semi-hermetical, sometimes open type compressor are used, screw compressor and scroll compressor are used nowadays for refrigeration and air conditioning as well as for heat pump application. Second most important component of that heat pump is that reversing valve. That reversing valve is very important to shift the flow of that refrigerant. The next important component is that outdoor heat exchanger. The next is expansion valve. The next important is that dryer. The next important component of that heat pump is indoor heat exchanger. As discussed earlier, that particular heat pump and that in case of the refrigerator or that air conditioner, the component used are same, but only that particular arrangement of the component is different. You just take an example of the one room. Suppose in winter season, suppose we need a heating in a room in indoor, so we just use that heat pump with the help of that reversing valve arrangement. So here you will get idea of the working. So during that heating mode application, means in application like if we need that heating effect in car, in a room, or in restaurant, in shopping malls, in cinema houses, in various application, if we want that heating effect, at that time that whatever the refrigerant from the evaporator get enters here, it is in the state of that low pressure, low temperature, that vapor refrigerant from the evaporator is enters here, and in compressor the compression of that particular refrigerant takes place and the temperature and pressure of that vapor refrigerant is increases and that particular refrigerant becomes dry saturated. That red line indicates that high temperature and pressure region. So here whatever the high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant is inserted in the heat exchanger, the name of that heat exchanger is indoor heat exchanger, and whatever the air is available in the room get passed through it and it get heated. So here you will get the idea about the working. When that normal air from the room, when it is come in contact with that coils of that indoor heat exchanger, it dissipates that energy and heat transfer takes place because of that convection and conduction, and we will get a heating effect in the room. And after that whatever the refrigerant is flowing through this particular area is changed, phase takes place from that vapor to liquid because of that latent heat of the convection, and finally that particular liquid refrigerant is enters in that expansion valve. From that expansion valve the throttling action is carried out, its pressure and temperature goes on, reduces in this particular case, and it enters in the filter or dryer. If some moisture is remains in that particular area of that expansion valve, it get removed by that dryer or filter, and again second time it get expand in the expansion valve. Generally automatic or separating and throttling type expansion valve are used in case of the heat pump, and from where the low temperature, low pressure liquid refrigerant is enters in the outdoor heat exchanger. It is placed outside, so it just act as a evaporator. So here it will absorb that energy and phase change takes place because of that latent heat of absorption, and phase change takes place from that liquid refrigerant to vapor refrigerant, and again that vapor refrigerant is enters in the compressor through that reversing valve. So this is the way through which that heat pump works during heating. Or in case of that summer, that same heat pump is act as air conditioner. So in case of that cooling application, whatever the refrigerant is available in the compressor, it get compressed at a high pressure, and finally it enters in the condenser. In condenser it get condensed because of that latent heat of condensation process, and because of that the phase change takes place from the vapor to liquid, and that liquid refrigerant enters in the expansion valve for throttling purpose, where the pressure and temperature goes and reduces, and at the end it enters in the heat exchanger. So that heat exchanger is act as the evaporator. But keep in mind that in case of the cooling purpose, the location or the arrangement of the component is just opposite. So in case of the cooling, that indoor heat exchanger is act as evaporator, and that outdoor heat exchanger is act as a condenser. So this is nothing but that heat pump are used for both application, like heating as well as for cooling. So here you will get idea how it works. So during that heating application, suppose in case of the domestic application or some kind of the commercial building application, if we need that heating effect in the house, then that whatever the air is that refrigerant is available in the compressor, it get compressed at a high pressure. Then with the help of that reversing valve, it enters in that indoor unit like heat exchanger. It is just coils and normal air which is available in the room, it get passed through it, and we will get the heating effect because of the heat transfer. And it enters whatever the refrigerant is available after this particular process, it enters in the expansion valve, where the pressure and temperature goes and reduces, and finally it enters in the outdoor unit, that is evaporator. And this particular cycle is repeats continuously. In evaporator, the phase change takes place because of the absorption of that heat, and the vapor refrigerant we will get at the end of that evaporation process, and that vapor enters in the particular compressor, and this particular cycle repeats itself. So this is the construction and working of that heat pump. So now we will discuss the advantages and disadvantages of the heat pump. So the advantages are, the heat pump is having the low running cost, less maintenance, it is safer than combustion based system, it reduces your CO2 emission, it's provide cooling during summers, long lifespan, more than 50 years, extremely reliable process, renewable heat intensive scheme is there. Then as far as that disadvantages is to be concerned, the high upfront cost, the cost is more, initial cost is high in case of that heat pump, fairly difficult to install as compared with that air conditioner, questionable sustainability. So a lot of the research is going on nowadays in concept of the heat pump in order to improve their performance. So the next is that significant work to your house and garden. The next is that cold weather can damage the system. So not entirely carbon neutral electricity is required. Definitely special planning permission is required in order to adopt that heat pump for particular applications like hospitals and big restaurants and all. So students, this video was covered the parts like that, components of that heat pump, working of that heat pump, their function along with their advantages and disadvantages. Thank you.